Hey guys, today I'm back with another Dino Guide. As promised, today we're going over the Indominus Rex. The Indominus Rex was a star of the fourth Jurassic movie, Jurassic World. In the movie, it's a hybrid of many dinos, including Rex, Raptor, and Cuttlefish. Yes, I know Cuttlefish isn't a dino, but just for the sake of the flow, I just call every creature in this game and whatever a dino. I'm calling Diplocalus a dino, okay? Dimetrodon, dino. So in the game, however, it's created by using the T-Rex and Velociraptor only. So that makes it easier. You don't need to go out catching cuttlefish and African frogs. So both need to be at level 15 to start making this legendary dino. So looking at Indominus' stats, it has 3,750 HP, 1.3k damage, 106 speed, and 5% crit. Looking at the stats, the only thing it seems to took from Velociraptor is its lesser damage and brought down the HP a bit too. So this hybrid stats are kind of bad, to be honest. No armor, mediocre damage, decent HP, but that's compromised for its low speed. Now where it shines is its moveset department. It has a unique move that only Indominus and its hybrids share, which is Cloak.
It can camouflage!
Cloak is a very interesting move, so it's a priority move that makes the user invisible until the next attack, which is max 2 turns, giving it a 50% dodge and a 2 times damage on its next attack. Paired with Armor Piercing Rampage, that's a 4 times damage move on turn 2. That'll wipe out a lot of dinos in one hit. So then it also has Exposed Weak Spot, which is a great move for Indominus to have. We'll go into its specific uses with Indominus later in this video. It has immunity too, so it can't get stunned or slowed or debuffed during its cloaking turns, which helps a lot actually. First, let's compare Indominus to Indoraptor. Indoraptor has 4,000 HP, 1.4k damage, 20 crit, and 128 speed. So from the looks of it, it seems like Indominus is a direct downgrade of the Indoraptor. Less HP, less damage, less speed, less crit. Oh, it has less everything. Well, it surely needs a worse moveset to balance out Indoraptor, right? Indoraptor has Armor Piercing Strike, Cleansing Impact, Cloak, and Defense Shattering Rampage. So Indominus' moves are subpar in comparison too. So let's just say in the Indoraptor comparison part, Indominus loses pretty badly. So for more info on Indoraptor and how to use it, check out my Indoraptor guide I did. I'll have it linked down below. It goes more into Indoraptor than, of course, this video, because this is Indominus. So the bread and butter for Indominus is Cloaking Rampage. Cloak on turn 1, Rampage on turn 2. The dino is dead. Many people wrongly think that Cloak is random and Indominus is a pure RNG dino. That's actually not correct. Cloak leans heavily in Indominus' favor. Since there are no dinos that can kill Indominus in one shot, Indominus can take a first hit and still survive. As long as it survives till then, it could dish out that 4 times damaging move, killing almost all dinos in the game in one shot. So Cloak has a 50% chance to dodge. All it needs to do is execute that Cloak Rampage. To execute that Cloak Rampage is to dodge at least one attack. So dodging the first and not the second, plus not dodging the first and dodging the second, is 50%. Then plus dodging both is 75%. So we have a 75 to 25 chance of surviving till the Rampage. So despite how much you get shafted personally using Indominus, you're still in the more advantaged position with it. But if you don't get that, 75% and you get that unlucky 25%, both of the hits hit on Cloak and then that kills you, then you're at a 0 to 1 situation, which is really hard to bring back in such a fast-paced game. A common strategy Indominus players use is to swap out after Rampage so they can later bring it back for another Cloaking Rampage. Although very risky, it's quite useful in some clutch situations. Now onto some matchups. I know you guys have been missing these. So the first one I want to talk about is Stegodeus. When used correctly, Stegodeus beats Indominus every time. When short defense is up, Stegodeus survives a cloaked armor-piercing rampage. The best way to use armor-piercing impact is on turn 1, so that you could get a chance to kill Indominus on turn 3, and if you don't land a hit on Cloak, you'll have impact off cooldown by turn 4, still enough to kill the Indominus Rex. Gigaspikosaur is almost in the same camp as Stegodeus, but only has a 50% chance to kill Indominus due to its lower attack stat. It must land a blow on Cloak to kill Indominus Rex. Notapato, on the other hand, has to either hit both hits on Cloak or be at least one level higher to outspeed, so it only needs to land one hit on the Cloak. Megalosuchus also kills Indominus quite reliably. It could turn 1 Ferocious Strike, then short defense, then the Cloaked Rampage doesn't one-shot it. Critical impact, and the counter kills Indominus. Although Megalosuchus doesn't work when swapping in on a Cloak, unlike Stegodeus. Since you don't have that one extra turn to set up Ferocious Strike, you won't have enough damage to kill Indominus on turn, 3. Now on to some weird dinos. If you think, well, anything with instant invincibility should be a great Indominus counter, since it could block the Cloak Rampage, you'd be mistaken. Let's take Trago for an example, probably the best instant invincibility user out there. Indominus turn 1 Cloaks, Trago Rampages. Turn 2, Trago uses instant invincibility. If Indominus uses Rampage here, it'll be a mistake. It should be using Expose Weak Spot on the shield instead. Damage doesn't go through, but the debuff does, so next turn, Indominus can armor-piercing Rampage on the vulnerable Trago, and on turn 4, Indominus can go for the kill, while Trago doesn't have enough damage to take out Indominus. Remember, all of these instant invincibility dinos don't have the damage. So all you need to do is expose weak spot on the shield, and then armor-piercing Rampage on them. It should be fairly easy to kill all of these, the same deal. In Indominus mirror matches, it's always best to cloak after your opponent. That way they have a 50% chance killing you, but if you dodge that attack, your next attack will land and kill the enemy Indominus. Indominus is one of the best leads in the game, as it can adapt to most situations and should be able to kill off most dinos in the game no problem. The issue with using Indominus in slot 2 or slot 3 is wasting its potential. Killing off an injured dino with Cloak and Rampage is kind of a waste for it. Anyways, wrapping up for Indominus, it's a pretty powerful dino, definitely a great opener. Just be careful of Stegodeus and Megalosuchus. Megalosuchus openings aren't that common, but Stegodeus ones are fairly common. Although, personally, I feel it's falling off quite a bit, since it really doesn't do too much. Like, unless you get that 25% chance of surviving, dodging both hits, so you get that roll going. Due to its lower speed, even if you kill a dino, and if they land at least one hit on you, the next dino they send out should kill your Indominus really easily. So at higher levels, it's probably harder to use Indominus, as everyone has Stegodeus in higher levels. It's one of the best dinos in the game, and if you're not using one, please use one. So it's really easy to counter. Although, that being said, it's still used by a great majority of players and still a top tier dino. It's extremely meta relevant, and even if you don't use it, at least you need to know how to counter it. If you see someone open with Indominus, just go swap to Stegodeus. So that's it for today's guide. Sorry it's up so late. I've been out all day. I'll have more time tomorrow and over the weekends. We're getting pretty close to an update now, and I've also have some really exciting content planned for next week. Anyways, if you're new here, please consider throwing me a sub. This is what I do, all sorts of cool Jurassic World Alive stuff, guides, and maybe some, fun stuff to do next week. So stay tuned.